Thank you very much.
Can I just ask you one thing?
Yes.
Is it okay if we take some pictures?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Is that a wrong thing to say? God, it's like playing in someone's home. Well, I was enjoying being in Synne's bedroom. Every good Norwegian home should have a Scottish genius in the bedroom. I was looking at her books and CDs and things. Few things more entertaining than looking at other people's culture, don't you think? It's just great fun. Makes you feel so superior. That was a joke. I noticed that she's got quite a lot of Joni Mitchell things. I myself am a big fan of Joni Mitchell. She's influenced what I do a lot. And I met her once in London. I was walking down the street going to a pub with my friend quite late at night. And I wasn't looking where I was going, it was in Soho. And I was talking to my friend who was Scottish, so suddenly I banged into this woman and my foot caught her on the back of the ankle, and how painful that can be. And this woman went, "Ah!" and had to hold on to a building. And she's going, "Oh, fuck." And I looked and it was Joni Mitchell. So I said, "I'm really sorry, that was my fault." And she said, "I know whose fault it was, asshole." And I'm really sorry about that. So she said, "So you should be." That was the end of my meeting with Joni Mitchell. I went into my local pub the next day and said, "Yeah, I was out with Joni Mitchell last night." But I noticed something interesting. Well, to me it's interesting as a songwriter about her music some time ago, which is as her career went on, she did this very interesting division of gender, so that when she was not singing about herself but had other characters in the songs, like for instance in the song Shades of Scarlet Conquering, in which she kind of blends herself and Scarlett O'Hara. She, in her lyrics, she gives, the English word is sibilance, to the feminine property, and the masculine property is very dry. So in a song like Shades of Scarlet Conquering, typically she sings something like, "She comes from a school of southern charm, she likes to have things her way. Any man in the world holding out his arms will soon be made to pay." And the great gathering of sibilance in the female part of, "She comes from a school of southern charm, she likes to have things her way." It's quite snakish. And then as soon as it goes to the masculine, it's very dry. "Any man in the world holding out his," as soon as the image is going back to the feminine, "holding out his arms will soon be made to pay." Very beautiful. And this principle is in most of her work. I just thought I'd share that with you. Very interesting woman. Made some notes, because I'm kind of making this up as I go along. This is the first rain I've seen since I've been in Norway, even in Bergen. So this in itself is unusual for me. It's been very lovely. There's snow in Tromsø, but that's not the same. And, keep speaking to my wife. We live on the south coast of England. She says the weather now is like France in the south coast. But one of the reasons I like your country so much is I'm a kind of exile from Scotland. I do miss the snow. Yesterday I was rehearsing with Knut Boen high over Drammen Fjord. There was lots of snow and the lake was frozen. Just thought this is the last of the snow. Even we had a lot of snow this winter. And although of course I'm glad that the summer's coming, I always really miss the last of the snow. And this first song is by a wonderful American poet called Robert Frost, who was a very old man who performed at President Kennedy's inauguration. And the poem he chose to read was this one. It's called Stopped by Woods on a Snowy Evening. And he read this because Robert Frost was no fool. And he was saying to the young John F. Kennedy, if you think you're so great, remember this. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the valley below. He will not see me stopping here, the darkest evening of the year. My little horse must think it's strange to stop without a farmhouse near. The only other sounds the same of easy snow and downy flame. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweet of easy snow and downy flame. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep. Miles to go before I sleep. Miles to go before I sleep. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep. Miles to go before I sleep. Miles to go before I sleep. Before I sleep. Before I sleep. Ah, lovely. Even though I say so myself.